Assalamu alaikum and what's up everyone? My name is Mandek and welcome to my channel. This is a story time video where I tell you guys about the time that I was harassed online by some Islamophobic Twitter trolls. The only trolls I like is the trolls dolls. Like, I don't want them real things. Basically, you see this? They hating on me because of this. They hating on me because of my skirt. They're hating on me because of my religion. Just so you know, I don't remember everything. It happened a few months back. Don't worry, I got you with the receipts on my device. My brother's sitting right next to me. Before I get into it though, I just like to thank everybody who let me know what videos they wanted to see from me. Storytime was actually recommended by one of you guys. Make sure to just check out my last vlog, which should be linked right over here. It's about the behind the scenes of making YouTube videos. And make sure to check out my hijab story if you have any questions about me and my religion. So that will be right over on this side. Make sure to like this video, comment down below what you think at the end of it, and make sure to subscribe for some awesome new content. Awesome new content. It's not funny. He's sitting here laughing at me because I'm a joke. Social media is linked down below as well. Without further ado, ting. Let's get into it. At the time this happened, it was like October 2015, almost a year ago. And I was 18, now I'm 19, so. It all started with one tweet that I did. And honestly, my tweet was innocent. My tweet was not invoking anything. My tweet was literally just me talking about a tweet about hijab. Because I was like, you know what? I've been wearing the hijab since I was 7. I've been wearing the hijab for 12 years now. I think I know a thing or two about it. When I see memes and pictures and caricatures about it, and if I get offended, I'm going to speak up. Like, I'm not going to sit here and watch people make fun of something that I cherish. Basically, it's a caricature, and it looks like this. I don't know if it'll zoom in or anything. So there's two guys, guy number 1 and guy number 2. Guy number 1 is like, look at that, one bit of sunshine, and the women here are walking around half naked. The second one is like, I'm not complaining. Guy 1 is like, I am. Women should bear responsibility for the sexual self-control of men. That's what hijab is about. The other one said, well, you can't force women to wear a burqa. This is a democracy, not a theocracy. And then somebody's just like, so I'll start a campaign. First design a poster. And he's like, what do you think of my poster? And he's like, the poster's not gonna catch on. You know what the poster says? Thank you, burqa, for not provoking my uncontrollable lust. I saw this and I was just like, I don't wear the hijab for men. Don't get it twisted. It had me feeling some type of way, and I felt like I had to say something. So I tweeted, if you think this picture is what the hijab is about, educate yourself. It's a choice. Hashtag no hijab day. Hashtag such a joke. On that same day, there's a trending topic going around on Twitter that said hashtag no hijab day, which is supposed to be a day where women can just take off their hijab. And I'm just like, you don't need a day to do that. Like, I take it off every night. I take it off every time I'm home. Before I move forward, hijab isn't just a scarf. And that's talked more about in my hijab story. So that's going to be linked up here and down in the link below. Regardless, having a day where everybody can just take off their hijab, it doesn't work that way. And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of girls who they don't want to wear the hijab, so they just, when they walk out the house, they wear it, and then when they go to the nearest washroom and switch. He's in shock. He's like, people do that? And like, yeah, I know a lot of girls who go walk outside wearing their hijab and dress a certain way. The second they get to where they're about where they need to go, they change, and then they come back home to change back. And like, that's what people do. That's known. You wanna go? Okay. Come here and say bye. 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 He's leaving me. I cannot find for the life of me the original tweet that this other guy sent me. But it was the beginning of the end for me. He came at me for the picture. I don't remember his exact tweet. I couldn't find his exact tweet. But I basically just said, I chose to separate myself from anyone who's ignorant. That's it. It's simple. I don't want to be around people who are ignorant. And then he has audacity to reply, so going back to Somalia is the best way then. I had never mentioned anything about being from Somaliland. I never mentioned any of that for weeks. So... and that wasn't in my like Twitter bio. He answered 2 weeks after I posted the picture. So I'm like, either he's been stalking or he's been stalking any of the hashtags, but so to me it was just like, okay, not only have you been stalking probably my account, you've also, like, you know exactly where I'm from, what else have you accumulated about me? And I'm, being the nice person I am, is just like, at the end of the day, there's ignorant people everywhere. Respectfully communicating other point of views is the right way. That's it. The best way is to respect each other's views. It's simple. To me, respect is literally the most simple thing ever. I don't need to agree with you. You don't need to agree with me, but I respect the decision you made in life. I'm going to treat you well, regardless of whether I agree with you or not. So he goes and replies, like, accusing anybody who disagrees with you as ignorant. I don't even know where he got that from. He's basically saying I'm calling everybody who disagrees with me ignorant, when that is exactly the opposite of what I said. And I answered, I never accused anybody of being ignorant. I only acknowledge the fact that ignorant people exist. They do. They do. And at this time I'm at work, so I texted my friend and I'm like, yo girl, I'm being bodied on Twitter right now for absolutely nothing, so I need you to come here. I need you to come through. And my homegirl came through, but she basically says to help me stand up against him, because he, like, I'm at work, I've got things I need to focus on. I cannot be like educating somebody all on my own. Like, I'm not an instructor, I'm not a teacher, I don't have a degree in education. So he's suggesting that people would be separated based on their personal beliefs. And then he's like, isn't that because that's what religious uniform is? And my friend answers, do you think there's anything wrong with religious uniform? And he goes, do you think there's anything wrong with separating people by religion and gender? And she says, I think everybody has the right to be a part of their own group. That's true. And he's like, so you're okay with anti-Muslim groups? And I'm like, of course. Of course, they can express themselves freely as long as they are not trying to limit our religious freedoms. Listen, again, it goes back to the respect thing. You don't like me, you don't like my religion, cool, you don't have to like my religion. I like my religion, I love my religion. But you not liking my religion cannot be implemented on me. That's it. It's simple, clair, net, et précis. You live freely, I live freely. You live happily, I live happily. We're Gucci. And he's like, well, your religious freedoms are subject to local law. And I'm like, okay, I think I know where you're going with this. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like I know, but I'm not going to assume. Because it's like, let him say it. I'm waiting for him to say it. And I'm like, as long as our practice doesn't hurt anyone, which they don't, we're allowed to do it. To me, when he was like, oh, it's subject to local law, meaning our religion does something illegal. And I'm like, where? Oh, bish, where? Where do you see me doing something illegal? Is me praying illegal? Is me giving charity illegal? Is me fasting illegal? Please explain to me how that is illegal, because I don't see it. I'm not gonna see it because it is not illegal. Just a tweet I've been waiting for. He comes at me saying your religion is as harmful as Nazism. What? I'm literally just like, what are you on about? You have to understand, at the moment I was really hurt. Like, I literally went off of Twitter for the next 2-3 days, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot to me because I'm used to tweeting on the daily. It's basically saying I'm a terrorist, basically saying I'm part of the Nazi. Like, I've never had anybody call me a terrorist, because I've been around diverse people my whole life. I've been around people who have been just cool. It's just crazy to me, you know what I mean? Now it's funny, now I find the story hilarious. I'm basically just like, where does it say that? And he's like, in the religious book. And there's a verse about murdering non-believers and such. And I'm like, I'm like, did you read the book? Did you read the Quran? If you read it, where exactly does it say to commit heinous acts and be disrespectful? And he sends me a link. So I open up the link and it literally has quotes taken out of the Quran. Like, you have quotes from Surah Al-Baqarah, the second surah in the Quran. And if you don't know what a surah is, think of it in like, the book has chapters and it's like a section of a chapter. He literally just took random surahs and then he just took random quotes from it and put it together, and I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense. I said these quotes are taken out of context and you know it. Read the actual Quran, there's an English translation. The quote, just so you know, the quote that he was like so on about, he's like, yeah, this is exactly what you guys do, blah 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 blah. It was a quote from the surah talking about Battle of Badr, which is a war that happened. It's in history, so it's a historical war. You're taking a quote out of the section talking about historical war. If I took a quote out of any history book talking about historical war, that quote would not be evidence to prove the whole book is corrupt. And I was just like, you know what? If you want to read the whole book, the whole Quran, there's Quran.com. It has the Arabic version, the English version. You can know and you can read exactly what it is. There you go. This is your evidence. You want the evidence against it? Here, it's a whole book full of beautiful, beautiful words. Enjoy. Just so you know, my intention isn't to harass or to do anything. My intention was just to let him know. If only it had ended there. Essentially what happened was, I found a tweet, I don't have a picture, I couldn't find a picture, but it was talking about, it was a picture where it talked about where killing one soul, killing one person was equal to killing humanity. After that, I deleted the guy. I deleted him. I blocked him. I recently just unblocked him so I can get his tweets. So I blocked his ass. That's it. Block. And then because I used that picture, I had a whole like army of people coming after me. And then they added a guy I took the picture from, and then they kept mocking me and they're like, oh, blocked or whatever. And then it's like, how dare you point out obvious contradiction in a perfect book? Haram! I'm looking through my mentions and I'm just like, get the F out of my mentions. Somebody's like, and as for the most part, the verse about killing one person is like liking humanity. It's copied from the Torah. Muhammad was the father of Samsungism. What is Samsungism? The only Samsung I know is the Samsung Galaxy. I don't even understand this tweet to this day. And somebody's like, corruption on earth's charges are to give anyone leeway to kill on them. Any non-believer. What are you talking about? Because I just didn't open my mentions. Because my own mention was like popping. My DM just got a body. And then it keeps going and it's like, and for the most part the Quran and Hadith incite violence against those who disbelieve or leave the faith. And I'm like, I don't have the energy for this. I don't have the energy to educate every single one of you guys. And then, in other news, Muslims angered by the insinuations that Muslims are easily angered. Typical. Either way, so it's just going on. And then my all-time favorite tweet. After they got bored of insulting religion, they thought it'd be a brilliant idea to come after my face. But they're literally just like, she should be getting her eyebrows waxed, not bitching on Twitter. And somebody's like, LOL, I'd suggest a Flymo. And I'm like, what the hell is a Flymo? A Flymo is a lawnmower. I think my eyebrows are normal. And by this time, by all these other things, I stopped answering. I blocked a couple people actually. But the more I answer, the more I block, the more I react, they're gonna literally just keep coming. So I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with you. These are grown people with kids. These are grown in their 30s, and at the time I was 18. And I'm in university getting my life together, working on assignments, and they're coming at me online, cussing me out. I just don't get why you would want to go out of your way to literally just ruin a person's day. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna need somebody to explain the whole concept to me. And if you want to troll in the comments, have fun. Have fun. You've got my blessing. As annoyed as I am now, I was annoyed plus upset plus annoyed plus upset. So I was literally like 10 times. Like, I literally was on the verge of deactivating my Twitter. Or making, like, going private or deactivating, one of those two. And then I was talking to my friend and I'm just like, I'm done with this. I don't want to be, I don't want to be on social media if all I'm going to get all day is freaking people coming at me. Like, come on, this is Rocky too, let's do it, let's get it. After I cooled down a bit, I realized, I'm like, if I quit, they win. My life is being disrupted. Something I like to do, I like to tweet, that's being disrupted by them. The amount of times I wanted to just come at them and cuss them out, oh my god. I want to cuss them out so bad. But I was like, at the end of the day, I've made the decision to be an embodiment of Islam. I went private for 20 minutes and I'm like, that private life ain't for me. What I learned from this, honestly, trolls are gonna be trolls. I haven't been trolled since. I unblocked all of them trolls today. So if they want to come at me again, have fun. I don't care. I'm not answering, I'm not looking. Good luck with your life. I wish you nothing but the best. If you have people trolling you and making fun of you and bullying you online, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, and it really, really sucks. Because your phone's with you everywhere. If you want any tips, make sure just turn off your notifications. If you need to delete the app, do it. I delete the app every few months because you need that detox, you need that separation. And as hard as that is, the happiest times is when you don't feel the pressure to tweet. Just separate yourself from the whole shebang and the whole thing, and you'll be Gucci, my homie. So make sure you tell somebody. Tell your friend, tell your cousin, tell somebody. Best thing to do, don't respond. I repeat, do not respond. The more you respond, the more happy they get because they got you to answer, they got you to react, they got you to block, and they shouldn't. They're irrelevant. They're irrelevant human beings. And so that's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up, subscribe. You know how to do that. Just hit that red button, that floaty red button. And make sure to comment down below on what you think. How do you handle trolls? And if you have any suggestions for any video ideas that you guys want to see me do, of course, you know I'm gonna come through. So let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see y'all soon with the next video. So, you see what I did there? You see what I did there?